What's going on, guys? So I have my entire front bumper removed from my car because I need to repair it. So I actually did a video on bumper repair not too long ago using plastic welding, but this bumper is actually in worse condition, so I will use plastic welding along with epoxy. The biggest issue with this bumper is I have a huge crack on this driver's side that basically runs from the top of the bumper all the way down and around to the bottom where my front lip mounts. So that's the biggest issue. I have a few other minor cracks that I need to touch up, but I need to fix this so that I could, first of all, fix my car, and second of all, so that I could wrap my car. And there's no point in trying to wrap over this crack. It needs repaired. I will make this video similar to my rear diffuser install with the subtitles so you can follow along exactly what I'm doing without me having to explain it and then do it. I'm hoping that will cut down some of the time for this video because otherwise it gets very lengthy. So with that being said, if you guys have any questions about any of the products that I'm using or what I'm doing, drop it in the comments down below. As always, I will put as much information as possible in the description. Alright guys, so that basically wraps up this video. Tomorrow morning I'm going to throw this back on my car so that you could see it in the daylight. And I've actually been cutting up these tabs that are on my bumper. They're supposed to mount to your frame and help support the bumper, but honestly, as you can tell by this one, they just bend and break and they literally do nothing. So I've found that using these to fix my bumper actually works a little bit better than the plastic sticks that they included with the kit. Just because it's the same material and it seems to melt at a slightly lower temperature. So I've been cannibalizing these, but overall I'm very happy with how this turned out. I did intend to use epoxy initially, but I've realized that this plastic welding kit is just that awesome and you really don't need epoxy. I really wanted to show you guys how to use epoxy in case you don't have access to this kit, but honestly, I would say just get this kit. Whether you have to order it on Amazon or Harbor Freight or somewhere else, you really need to have a plastic welding kit because I am very impressed with the results I'm getting from it. It's a lot less messy than epoxy is. There's no set time, really. The epoxy I have has about a 15-minute set time, so if you've ever used epoxy, super glue, anything like that, you know that you have to hold it perfectly still until it completely sets. Otherwise, you're going to have a screwed up joint and one side might be higher or lower than the other. With this plastic welding kit, you don't have to worry about that. Because it's heated and it actually melts the plastic, you're able to, number one, kind of tack things in place, and number two, you're able to smooth things out so you don't have to worry about a jagged edge. If you were going to finish this and repaint it, I would recommend sanding. However, I'm not. I really don't have a need for that, which is why I did not sand in the first place. For me, it's just kind of unnecessary. This bumper will be wrapped and you're really not going to see it. I'm sure you'll see some of this through the wrap because wrap shows everything, but I'm happy with it. It's saving my bumper whenever I get a new bumper shortly in the next year, I would assume, because this one's pretty damaged. Whenever I get a new bumper, then I'll worry about that then. I realize that it is hard to see what I'm doing with the angles of this bumper, especially when I'm working on the inside of it. So if there's anything that you couldn't see, if you want me to do a separate video showing the plastic welding technique that I use, which isn't anything special, I just kind of taught myself. But if you want me to demonstrate that on something other than a bumper that, you know, I could get a better angle of and that you guys can see better, let me know in the comments down below and I will make sure that I make a separate video showing how to plastic weld. But with that being said, as always, I want to thank you guys for watching and I'll catch you guys next time.